Yo, what's good, gang? It's me again. Yo, bro, niggas been telling me I've been acting mad Hollywood lately. But to be honest, bro, I just really been focusing like on myself, my mental, getting my art right, getting, you feel me, my life right, you feel me? And lately, a lot of people been asking me why I just been doing like a lot of street photography, why I've been shooting in black and white, and like they don't see me outside no more, you feel me? And I've just been like on a journey of, meditating, getting closer to God. You feel me? Really figuring out what I want out of life, what I want out of my art, what I want out of my videography, my photography. You know what I'm saying? And black and white is something that means a lot to me. You know, a lot of people that have been following me for a long time or been following me from like when I first started shooting, you know that like that's where my heart lies. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like black and white is amazing, and it's one of the truest form. It's one of the truest forms of photography. Like with the absence of color and other things that could distract you in a frame, when you're capturing something with black and white, it's strictly like the composition. If you're doing portraits, it's the emotion, you know, and like there's nothing else that can distract you if you're shooting in black and white. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to really up your skill. You have to really know what your visual language is, how you're going to communicate it, and it really resonates with me, you know. And a lot of the reason why I picked up my camera in the first place is my mom used to be a photographer, and she used to shoot strictly black and white. You know, I grew up like seeing her pictures of like the family and like seeing the roles that she would get developed. Like one of them I recently got developed. I'm gonna throw some of those on the screen like during this video. And like I feel like I take a lot of my style, as an inspiration from her. And like I want to continue diving into that instead of just doing a lot of random jobs and just doing things that just don't, not that they don't matter to me, but it doesn't feed my creativity. It doesn't like add that spark and that fire that I used to have with the camera. And now I'm just really trying to figure out, how I want to implement that into both my creative work and my professional work. Bro, it is mad windy, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, I want to take a second. Yo, it is mad windy outside. So I just want to apologize now for all the wind. I'm doing this kind of like impromptu. I didn't come with my mic. I didn't come with, any audio equipment or anything like that. I was just really in the mood to make this video. So I decided to just go outside and make a video.
I'm a Southside baby. I've been outside lately. Yeah, it's cap. I've been chilling with my baby. Got it back together.
Yeah. One of the things I really want to talk about is like meditating, like focusing on myself, changing the type of work I do, and yada yada yada. Is I really want to stress to you guys that you need to do what you love, what you're passionate about. Like I've been talking about the creative branch, art some way, or dance, or form, or anything like that. And like a topic that constantly keeps coming up is like passion. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to do things because they see that for other people it's cool, and for other people they're successful. But you can't just do things just because you want a bag, or just because you want some clout or some type of recognition from somebody. Like you really need to do like what you love. You have to do things that you're passionate for. And I'm a really big advocate on that. You know what I'm saying? Like there has been many times, like in the past, how long is 24, but I'm 25, like 6 years that I've been doing photography and holding the camera. There's been mad times where I've told my parents that I'm about to quit, I'm about to give up my camera, I'm not about to do this no more. Like, but at the end of the day, to my core, I feel like if I didn't do my art and I didn't do my camera work and I didn't do what I was passionate about, like I just wouldn't be the same person. Like I wouldn't be able to express myself, how I truly feel about the world, or how I truly see the world. and like I feel like I would just be wasting my time here on this earth. You know what I mean? And I really empathize and sympathize with people who just don't have that fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to get out of like certain mental places and certain dark places and certain low spots when you really just don't have the passion or the fire or the drive to do anything, and like your job isn't enough, or like your partner is not enough, and your family, your friends is not enough. Like, I know what it's like when you just don't have that fire burning and you don't have that thing that gets you up every day. You know what I mean?
Send the shorty here while she tryna play. Pussy ass niggas in my face. Tryna nigga catch a case. Niggas I hate them all that I think.
One thing that people have been asking me a lot about too is like how I do what I do and how I get the end results of like, you know, my different shoots and my shoot photography and stuff like that. And my thing is, it's kind of hard for me to explain because it's something I've been doing for like years, you know what I'm saying? And like, your style is developed over a long time of trial and error. So it's kind of hard for me to completely explain what I do. But if I want to talk about like my personal work, you know, aside from like, you know, things I do for jobs, because things you do for jobs, it's like people tell you to do. But if I want to talk about my personal work, like my street photography and like my personal portrait work, I would say like I really love long exposures a lot. Like, I'm not afraid of graininess. I'm not afraid of blurred lines or like objects in motion and stuff like that. And that's something I've been really like focusing on a lot lately. Like, if you've been looking at some of my posts on Instagram, shameless plug, Tate Visions, feel me? You would see that I've been doing a lot of long exposures, like slow shutters with people moving and they're blurred. Or like, I've been messing with the zoom a lot, getting like a different zoom effect and like, you know, the spirals and stuff like that. And I feel like the techniques that you use help with your storytelling just as much as the composition, if that makes sense. And I guess like if I want to talk about my portraits and stuff, like the way that I photograph people in general, one thing that I always focus on the most is like figuring out like who they are as a person for real, and trying to capture that like on camera the best way I can. Like, if you ever look at a lot of my work with portraits and people, you'll see I don't really have them smile a lot. Like, I don't force you to crack a smile. I don't force you to cheese. It's very relaxed. It's very laid back. If you watch some of my other videos, I really just want to capture people in their element, you know, and show off a side of them that they usually don't show to other people, if that makes sense. Because I think it's really important, like especially nowadays, because nowadays you don't really see like people for who they are. Like, you see only what they want you to see, if that makes sense, you know? Like, I was listening to a podcast or a video or a TikTok, I don't remember which one it was. It was one of those, but they were explaining that like you shouldn't feel bad or compare yourself to people on Instagram or online, because there's only a highlight of their life and there's only a highlight of their personality, you know? And I feel like there's no point in only showing the best version of yourself. Like, there is a lot to gain from like being transparent and being vulnerable and, you know, showing different aspects of your personality, because like we're humans, we're people, and you know, we're made up of a bunch of different aspects and a bunch of different layers and sides and all those different layers and sides make up who we are. All of our good experiences, all of our bad experiences, so on and so forth. So, you know, I try to be really raw and try to be really authentic and try to be really real and down to earth whenever I photograph people, you know, and like those emotions that people usually hide, or you know, those emotions that people usually hide behind a smile, you know, sometimes they come out. Or even, you know, not saying that I don't ever have anybody smile, but like there's a real big difference from cheesing for a camera and smiling because you genuinely feel happy. With that being said, I just really wanted to get this video out. I know it may seem kind of rushed and it may seem kind of random, but I really had this topic on my mind, or these topics on my mind, and I've been wanting to get it out, and I want to start doing more content for you guys over here on the YouTube. So, you know, I'm gonna get on my grind, okay? I'm gonna get on my grind for 2025, and I'm gonna start really like paying attention to y'all over here, okay? Yeah, like that being said, check out my Instagram, Tay.Visions. I'm about to get the website going again. So if you guys want to follow like my street photography journey and my black and white journey, I put a section on there. It's called Inertia. I call it inertia because objects in motion stay in motion, and if I'm shooting with long exposures and the type of style that I'm doing with a lot of blurred lines and blurred subjects, you know, while they're moving, I thought it just made the most sense to me to call it that. But yeah, like tune into my website, tayvisions.com. I'm going to be posting that on there, and I'm going to start, you know, doing some other fun things on there so that people have a reason to like keep tuning into the channel. But you feel me, you gotta wait a little bit for that, because I'm going through some stuff right now, and I'm working on some stuff right now behind the scenes, and you know, when I get it done or I have a better timeline for y'all, I'm gonna let you know. Again, thank you. Jesus loves you. And yeah, just stay tuned for what I got coming in for y'all. Stay blessed.
Baby girl, I'm turning you up. Baby, I'm treating you out. She said she not a squatter, but I'm turning her out like so to be nice.